watching Sun TV, broadcasting to the world from studios in Providenciales, in the beautiful by nature Turks and Caicos Islands. Sun TV, your source for real news as it happens.
6 cabinet ministers in the Turks and Caicos Islands were sworn in by Governor Rick Todd on Wednesday, November 14th, but no portfolios have been assigned as yet. I'm Leslie Garland, and thanks for watching. According to Governor's spokesman Neil Smith, the ceremony took place at the governor's official residence at Waterloo Grand Turk and follows on from new Premier Rufus Ewing receiving his instrument of appointment on Tuesday following the general elections on November 9th, in which the Progressive National Party won 8 seats and the People's Democratic Movement 7. Smith told The Sun that while the new ministerial team has been confirmed, Premier Rufus Ewing will further consider the assignments of responsibilities to ministers, and in accordance with his advice, appointments will be made by the governor in due course. The full team of Turks and Caicos ministers are as is: Dr. Rufus Ewing, Premier; Washington Missick, Akira Missick, Amanda Missick, George Lightburn, Portia Stubbs-Smith, and Don Hugh Gardner. Immediately after the ceremony, the team traveled to the NJS Francis House of Assembly building to attend the first cabinet meeting convened by the governor. After the meeting, the governor and the premier issued a joint press statement which said, quote, "I am very pleased to report that the first cabinet meeting was welcomed by all present and was held in a very cordial and businesslike atmosphere. All cabinet members expressed their determination to work together for the benefit of the Turks and Caicos Islands. One of the first pieces of business was to fix the date of the recall and inauguration of the House of Assembly as Wednesday, the 20th of November 2012. Todd said it was also agreed that the cabinet would meet fortnightly on a Wednesday with the exception of the next session, which will happen on Thursday, November 29th, due to the events of the previous day. The governor said they also discussed the proposed procedures for the cabinet and will finalize these at the next meeting. Cabinet briefings were received from the Deputy Governor on public sector preparations to welcome their ministers and public service ordinance, and from the Director of the Integrity Commission on the Code of Conduct for Persons in Public Life. Cabinet also discussed the Integrity Commission's report of remuneration for members of the Legislative Assembly and ministers. This will be considered by the House of Assembly in the near future. The governor also revealed that Foreign Office Minister Mark Simmons will be visiting the Turks and Caicos Islands between the 26th and 28th of November 2012. Meanwhile, the PNP cabinet visited the islands of South Caicos and North Caicos, where they had motorcades yesterday. Up to news time, most of them were not back yet in Providenciales, but Sun TV caught up with Washington Missick earlier this evening, and he had this to say.
Well, I think these are interesting times, as you know. There's going to be some huge challenges for a number of reasons. Some of them are external forces that are still having an impact on our economy, and some of them are constitutional and I guess you can say organizational, if you like. But I think it's a process. We'll have to get our hands dirty and see exactly what the bottom line is, what's involved. I'm sure we can unravel things and set a course that would be long-term, long and medium-term start to pay off. This was a preliminary meeting. There was nothing complicated about it. Smooth, and mostly it had to do with organizing the way forward for the opening of the House and setting the agenda for the next meeting. Sort of some of the nothing contentious. Basically, I see myself as someone who's been there before with some significant experience. I see myself as you can say as a mentor. But I also see myself as a member of the team. Certainly as someone who's been there and done that, so to speak, I see myself in a position to help others to understand how the system works, because obviously for people who've never been there, it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. Right? Beyond that, we are all colleagues and partners, and obviously we'll have to work together. Any decision that that's made by the executive arm of the government is have to be arrived at by consensus, because it's collective responsibility. And I hope I will help to form some of that consensus that would be make sense for the overall benefit of the islands.
16 Cubans who illegally entered the Turks and Caicos Islands more than a month ago and who have since applied for political asylum in this country will know their fate on Thursday, November 15th. The illegal Cubans who arrived here some 43 days ago appeared before Madam Justice Joan Joyner in the Supreme Court on Wednesday, November 13th. Samantha Glinton appeared for the Crown and Mark Fulford represented the defendants. When asked by the judge why the detainees were not either charged or sent home, Glinton noted that immigration authorities were in the process of having them repatriated when they found out that the detainees had applied to the United Nations High Commission for Refugees for asylum. It was also noted that TCI immigration officials have been in contact with Cuban officials and they are practically stuck due to current circumstances. When Sun TV initially reported the capture of the 16 Cuban nationals, they were seen taking babies into the detention center along with them. Attorney Mark Fulford told the court that all mothers and minors, who accounts for 6 of the group, are in the care of Dr. Zoe Linares due to what he claims to be the conditions which are below their standards. Proceedings were adjourned until November 15th at 9:30 a.m. Now into its 3rd year, Mass Canoe, which is an event organized by the Turks and Caicos Hotel and Tourism Association and the Cultural Arts Commission, is gaining momentum, and all islanders and diasporas from around the region are invited to take part in what is to be one of the biggest displays of the TCI's culture for the year.
As usual, we'll have a mixed group of teams parading down the strip. We have the hotel teams, we'll have the EC Government Youth Center team, government and private school teams, and of course all led by Kitchener-Penn and Marie Funk. This year I'm excited that Mr. Kendrick Ingham has organized a youth mass canoe, junk canoe group that will be debuting for this event, so I'm excited about that. And I'm really looking for people and different teams to be organized from the Jamaican community, from the Dominican community, from the Canadian, from the Bahamian, from the American. This year we have a team from the Haitian community and also a return of the Filipino group this year. So I'm excited about that. So as we get more groups, I think we have more exciting parades to look at. Of course, on the main stage this year, our main feature band will be the Q-Band Lynx, and we have the exciting new Ripsaw band out of 5 Keys, Sea Breeze Ripsaw band from Under the Tree. Every year it's getting bigger and bigger, and I think eventually we're going to have all kinds of TV screens for everybody to see.
Along with Scotiabank and other sponsors, sponsorship isn't what they would have wanted it to be, and according to David Bowen, the execution of this event can become rather costly. The planning committee is asking for the public support.
We're looking for some more sponsors, and if you want to get your table, you better do it now because they're going quickly. So those who want to get their tables for to sell their crafts, and also I think for food and later too. Yeah. So, and if you need any help putting together your teams, you can call me on 941-8434. That's 941-8434 between 9 and 5 as the office number and union number. I can come and help you put together your costuming, give you ideas on how to set up. We do have a program, and I'm working now with some of the schools and the center to implement this program so we can get the costumes, the drumming, the music, and the dances down for Mass Canoe in 2012.
The opportunity on December 26th will also allow for a family affair. We'll have face painting, we'll have an opportunity to take a picture with the Mass Canoe template that we will have out there. We appeal to the public to contact our office so that you can sign up for your food booth or your retail booth. And we're just looking forward to yet another great event.
Digicel CEO E.J. Saunders, along with Digicel senior technical officials and other company executives, were on hand for the arrival of Digicel's TCI's multi-million-dollar 4G core, which comprises the latest technologies to provide, according to the CEO E.J. Saunders, the fastest 4G speeds, the most secure data services, and the best user experience. Manufactured by Ericsson, one of the leading telecommunications vendors in the world and one of the leading 4G patent holders. The upgraded network, according to officials, will provide broadband speeds that rival fixed services like ADSL and cable modems to all persons anywhere in the TCI. CEO E.J. Saunders was elated as he stood in front of the new core, and here's what he had to say.
What you're witnessing here today is the arrival of our, we call it the 4G core. It's the brain of our 4G network. It's like the CPU inside your computer. It's the one that does all of the switching between the voice calls and then the data network, and making it fast and the user experience one of the best in the world. As you can see behind me, that this equipment came from Ericsson. Ericsson is actually the world leader in telecommunications equipment, but not only that, it's what the world leader in patents for 4G and LTE technologies. So it meant, what that means, it means that we didn't cut any costs. We went with the gold standard in telecommunications. Another reason why we're quite excited and to bring you here today to see it is that this was a major multi-million-dollar investment. That container by itself doesn't look too exciting, but that container, what's inside that container is worth millions of dollars. And it shows our commitment to the Turks and Caicos. And one of the reasons that if you use a switch from another country and a hurricane or something hits that country and knocks it out, you lose service here. We didn't think that the Turks and Caicos people wanted that. We wanted to show them and make the commitment to them that when we launch a service, we are going to make the investment in the Turks and Caicos. This is that investment.
As a part of the upgrade process, the company will be establishing a new mobile switching center and new cell sites in order to handle the expected demand for the new service. Henry Williams, Chief Technical Officer, said, quote, "We are now in the process of installing the 4G equipment. The next phase will be integrating all the components, followed by testing and finally launching the network to our customers. In true Digicel fashion, we will be the bigger, better network. Just as our GSM network is the best quality, our 4G network will live up to the same standard." End quote. That's our Sun TV News package for today, November 14th, 2012. Until next time, when we bring you more real news as it happens, directly to your computer, your mobile phone, or your tablet. Until then, I'm Leslie Garland, and thanks for watching.